Hello guys, this is BSK from brownswisskapital. Today I'm going to teach you how to backtest a strategy using the Soft4fx Forex Simulator. So you can get this simulator from basically the website of this software. Okay, the website, you can just Google Soft4fx to pop up. Okay, and get the strategy for $99. So you can see this is the simulator, costs $99, so you can get it from their website, and they have a tutorial on how to install it. They explain it much better. It's all there on the website, guys, and how to use it. Okay, so let's jump to the charts to see how you can use it. First thing, you will load it up, allow DLL imports, and press OK. Then it will load up just a few seconds. Okay, it's now loading. So you'll get to this page, something like this will pop up, and if it's your first time using it, you'll click on data center and you will download the data for whatever currency pair or commodity or indices that you want to backtest. And when you download, it will ask you the years, how far back you want to download. And download 7 years worth of data, up to you. Okay, so you can click close, then let's start. We'll click use simulation and you come to this page. So basically there's a few things you need to change, and here's the provider. First thing is the broker they've provided from the software provider. They use data from 2 brokers because they have, according to them, these are the brokers with the most accurate price. And here you can click on the instrument of which the data you've already downloaded. So you can't click an instrument of which you don't have data on, because it will not allow you to change the date because you haven't downloaded that data yet. So here you adjust the dates for whatever amount of data you want to backtest on. You can go for the first quarter, second quarter, third or fourth, it's up to you, or you can backtest a month. To all depend on the time frame of which will be the testing on. And here is the base currency for your account, and here will change the amount assuming whatever balance you want to start with when you trade. And here you can also change the leverage and the spread. I like to keep it at real, and the days you might want to put it at 90 days instead of 15 days, in case maybe you are using an indicator which uses which takes into account maybe by a minimum 50 days back. So you need to set it at least 90 days back. When your chart loads, it will load with 90 days worth of data first. It won't start on the exact date which you put here. That's what it basically means. So for the purpose of this of this tutorial. We'll backtest Euro USD. Keep the base. We'll backtest from 2020 January, basically from 1st January, and end our simulation 2020 January 31st, basically a month worth of data. And we'll keep the balance at 10,000 USD, and the time on charts like to keep it at GMT. And this is very important, rewinding allowed. So I like to untick it, as I like to simulate when I'll be trading on real account. So if I go back, I rewind after I see a nice setup, then I'll be only cheating myself. So I like to untick it, so it means no rewinding allowed. And the leverage, I'll put it 1 to 500, spread keep it at real variable, so it will change according to the software's information it has on that particular day. On January 2020, it will use the spread of that time. So after everything is all checked out, start simulation. Okay, this tab here will load up. So this is basically what you'll be using to simulate. Here you have the speed of the ticks, so if you adjust it, if you slide it to the far right and you play here, it will go through the simulation faster. But if we keep it maybe quarter away, it will simulate at a moderate speed. Okay, so it's up to you. And here you can use simulate using on bars or candles, and it won't be playing like on current candle. I'll explain it. So obviously the previous bar won't work here because I disabled the rewind function. And here, this is what you'll be using to enter the market. This tab right here, market, basically means you entered market execution and the current price was the one you enter at. And here you can use pending orders. And let's say you have a setup formed up and you want to enter. So here is where you adjust your lot size, and here you place your stop loss, whether in pips. And there's another option here, session. Let's say you have that setup, you want to buy, you will click on sessions. It will show you the about maybe 4 sessions: Sydney, Tokyo, London and New York, to see which session you are in when you are taking the trade. So since you are simulating, let's say you are on GMT zone, and maybe during Tokyo session you will be asleep. So that basically means even on real life situation you wouldn't have taken the trade because it's on Tokyo session. So the setup, if you are simulating, you skip it. You want to take the ones which align maybe on New York and London. But I may be wrong, maybe you only trade the Asian session, but I doubt it because the spread usually widens during that time and you can't even take a trade. So that will come down to your broker, of course, and the type of account you have. Maybe it's a fixed spread broker, then good for you, you can proceed and take the trade. Here you time again pull up the trades to basically show you the open trades, the closed trades, and so forth. So the charts, we will use this to open our charts we want to simulate on, and the account will give you just a brief history, like the equity, the floating P&L, balance, and all that stuff. And here, of course, after maybe you've taken a few trades, it will show you, it will keep updating down here. Okay, so let's just set it up. I want to go to charts, and here keep it at standard. Don't want to click on those other ones, keep it standard. And the period for this example will go on M30, then click add, and it will load up somewhere here. So as you can see, the chart is not yet open, and to open it you click on this open, and you can add another one, maybe on H4 if you want to do top-down analysis or multi-time frame analysis. Click on add, you can add H4, so you'll have them side by side. Maybe you take the setup from the H4 and the entry on the M30 whatsoever, so you are going to do them this way, open them up like that. So but for this example I just want to teach you how to use it. Close that and open that. So the nice thing about the software, you can add your templates, your indicators, no problem, since you are backtesting a strategy. So as you can see down here, you have the standard Euro USD M30 offline. So you can close this tab and leave this one here. And one more thing to note, you have a tab here. It will basically show you the time frame, and the date, and the day, basically where you are at. When you are about to enter, you'll know maybe around this time I might be asleep, so it's not practical for me to take this trade because I'll be asleep. I only trade maybe the London Open and the New York session open, so you might skip that. So it's up to you. So I'm going to backtest this strategy. Okay, as you can see, down here already we have, okay, let me just get this out of the way. Already we have a chart loaded up. This is basically the 90 days I put up to say I wanted to go 90 days back before I even start the chart. So remember, I chose to backtest 1st January 2020, so this 2019. So I just want to backtest 1 month of data. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're going to, okay, let me just basically show you the speed, the ticks. I'm going to play it, so it's painting slowly, the ticks per second, because it's at 1 tick a second. So if I slide a bit to the right, maybe 5 ticks a second to go a bit faster, and if I even do that, it's picking up speed. So that's how you use the ticks. But I like to trade on, since this indicator or indicator based system, it works on candle close, so I'll be just using the next bar. Basically waiting for an arrow or an alert to pop up. Okay, right there, cross up on Euro USD 30 minutes. It's basically 2 EMA. It's a moving average crossover strategy. Simple. So at this point now I want to take my trade. What I'll do, since it's at market execution after I candle close, so I want to take a trade here. don't go over the position sizing. The risking one is to whatever. Just want to show you how to place a trade and how to monitor the trades, modify trades. Just keep it at 0.01 and stop loss just below this low. The entry is here and my stop loss. Market basically did that, and this is a low, so I'll just put my stop loss just below that. Okay, as I said earlier, you can set stop loss in pips, 30 pips stop loss, but I like to use price, even the TP price. So my stop loss just come over here, it's 1.1206. okay, then my buy price is obviously, that's the current market price, 12.23, buy 12.23. Then simple rules for the strategy: I will exit when the opposite arrow pops up. That's when I will exit, so no TP here. I'll place, as you can see the orders are set. I bought at market execution, current market price, and my stop loss is right there. I bought here, and we continue to play. Next bar, and like I mentioned, it will update here the equity and the floating profit or loss, or you can even check it even better under accounts here. So realize this after I closed, then it also updates the balance. As long as it's floating, realize will remain like that. Okay, so let's continue playing, and as I'm clicking next bar, you can just notice the change. Okay, so that means what? We take a loss. It's time to close this trade, since a different arrow of the opposite direction has popped up. So this way we use our trades tab to click on it, and it will pop up something like this. Okay, so here, this way we just click on X here, and again you can modify your stop loss here. You can put your take profit, whether you can use price or pips. Okay, and you can set auto break even to say, once, maybe let's assume this went in our favor by a few pips, I can click on auto break even. Just click set. It will mean my stop loss will shift from here to automatically go to break even. You can also set your trading stop. You can click on modify to modify what? Your stop loss basically, and your take profit. And you can close partial profits, assuming it went into profit. I want to book, maybe I used 0.10 lots, I want to book half, 0.05. I'll use this function, close part. So closing partial profit, I'll input 0.05, then close the trade, and it will book half of the profits. That's basically how you use it. Okay, but for this part, an opposite arrow popped up, so we close. Okay, we'll close the trade. Close. You can see the closed trades here. All that has been happening. You can just come here, and it will even tell you that the trade took 2 minutes or 2 hours. 2 hours. 30 minutes, yeah, to close. Okay, yeah, you can even go more technical, check the graph, your equity against your balance, trade shares, everything. And you can even export this. Click on history. If you want this information to Excel, you can use that function. Okay, so at this point we do what? Enter in the opposite direction. So in this case, our stop loss will be just above there. Okay, it's stop loss 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and we sell. Okay, something's wrong. 12,242. Oh, sell, not buy. Okay, and next go, and as you can see here, realized after we closed, it's now changes because we closed that floating P&L, so we closed the loss, so it will update there. Okay, here we are in profit to tell you so here it will update until I close this floating profit and loss. Remember, we are just waiting for the opposite arrow, an alert in the opposite direction. That's when it closes. We don't have target, just using the indicator. Okay, right there, that's when we'll close. Basically go to charts. As you can see, floating is about $5. Okay, and we are up 0.04% as at 3 January. So click on trades and we close that tab, enter what? A buy in the opposite direction. Here I'm gonna use this low instead of this because of want a better risk to reward ratio. Okay, so our stop loss will be at 1.11350 and we buy. Next go. Okay, and let's really close the trade. I want to close it 30 cents loss. Okay, and we take the next trade. stop loss is 1.11795. So I think by now you get the hang of it. So you do this over the 1 month you set up to backtest. So I'm going now, just fast forward it. Kind of simulation. Okay, so then if you want to get the information, you can use the save function. You can save the simulation, basically playing out, to highlight you the trade you took, or you can export to MT4. So this is the report I saved to look something like this. So basically the trades you took, I took 4 trades and my initial balance was 10k, and these are the trades, okay, and all the winners and the losses. So overall over that 1 month I made that, okay, and you can scroll down to see your charts, your curve, your equity versus the balance. You can go more technical to see your win rate, against the loss. Basically you lost 3 trades and won 1, but remember, risk to reward comes in play, so you can be profitable at the end of the day even if you had more losses than winners. It all comes down to risk reward. So all this information you will get on the report after you've back tested. I hope this has been helpful, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys, as I'll be uploading more and more content. Thank you for watching.